Completely terrifying. Study warns carbon-saturated oceans headed toward tipping point that could unleash mass extinction event.
Here's a summary of the article.
Is likely to trigger a chemical reaction in Earth's carbon cycle similar to those which happened just before mass extinction events, according to a new study. MIT geophysics professor Daniel Rothman released new data on Monday showing that carbon levels today could be fast approaching a tipping point threshold that could trigger extreme ocean acidification similar to the kind that contributed to the Permian-Triassic mass extinction that occurred about 250 million years ago. Since 2017, he has been working to understand how life on Earth might be wiped out due to increased carbon in the oceans. When he continuously pumped carbon into the oceans as humans have been doing at greater and greater levels since the late 18th century, the ocean model eventually reached a threshold which triggered what MIT called a cascade of chemical feedbacks, or excitation, causing extreme acidification and worsening the warming effects of the originally added carbon. The most significant occurrences took place around the time of 4 out of the 5 mass extinction events, and today's oceans are absorbing carbon far more quickly than they did before the Permian-Triassic extinction, in which 90% of life on Earth died out. Today's oceans are absorbing carbon about an order of magnitude faster than the worst case in the geologic record, the end Permian extinction. In that event, at least 90% of all life on Earth died. The study, which was completed with support from NASA and the National Science Foundation, also notes that even though humans have only been pumping carbon into the oceans for hundreds of years rather than the thousands of years it took for volcanic eruptions and other events to bring about other extinctions, the result will likely be the same.
This post received a score of 8,659, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
We're already in the next mass extinction according to scientists.
A good read about this, biological annihilation via the ongoing 6th mass extinction signaled by vertebrate population losses and declines, from Ehrlich et al.
Greater than the population extinction pulse we describe here shows, from a quantitative viewpoint, that Earth's 6th mass extinction is more severe than perceived when looking exclusively at species extinctions. Faster than expected.
The accuracy of the estimates is strongly dependent on an unknown parameter, namely, the actual average area occupied by a vertebrate population, e.g., refs. 35, 39–41. However, even if a population would, on average, occupy an area 5 times larger than what we have used here, i.e., 50,000 square kilometers, there would still be hundreds of thousands of populations that have suffered extinction in the past few centuries. And this is a conservative approach.
Don't tell the conservatives that. They don't believe man-made climate change is real.
I am reluctant to even call this group conservatives, though I clearly view the conservative ideology in general to be harmful on this issue. Climate science is fairly simple to understand and widely agreed upon. This leads me to think that people that do not accept climate change as simple uneducated or, if they have access to an education but still deny it, are ideological extremists, which I generally view as a sign of mental instability. This group, though a powerful voting bloc in some countries, are to be pitied.
Or motivated by the deep pockets of big oil.
Fuck me, each study gets more terrifying. It's like the scientists are shaking us and screaming in our face, but we're like, yeah, but there is still debate.
Everyone's just ignoring it, going about their lives. Not judging, I am as well. What the fuck else can I do? I'll gladly take any and all consequences of collective climate action, I'll vote green and I won't complain when shit gets more expensive etc. However, that's about all I can do. In the meantime I have to study and stuff, as if it'll matter.
This may make me sound like a nutcase, but TBH I feel like at this point nothing short of straight-up revolution will change things. The world's leaders can't do it for us. Our social structure has so much inertia, and I really doubt that even if all the right leaders are in place we could take on the lifestyle changes at the necessary scale and pace. This has to be the thing that unites us, all humanity, in deciding if we continue to exist as a species. And thinking hard enough about that gives me the willies.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.